This is the review of the NextX. NextX. This is a review of the NextX Tangram magnetic toy. The reason why I picked this up is because I thought it looked pretty cool in the pictures. The designs you can make, I mean, that does not look like a street light to me, but the designs you make look pretty cool, and it looks like there's quite a few combinations of blocks, and I'm really hoping it's not one of the cases where I open it up and I discover, 5 pieces, and then I need to buy like 10 of these kits to make something neat. Another thing that I liked about it is that they are lit, which is kind of neat. So I don't actually know how it's powered yet, so we're kind of going to discover that as we go along. It's for ages 6+, so unfortunately I'm not able to let my 2-year-old daughter play with it. But age is always a rough guideline, so if I feel like it's something safe that she can have, I will definitely let her play with it, or at least watch it and see what it looks like. So the box, it just came in an Amazon box. It was Amazon Prime. I think it was $20 or $30, but I'll put a link in the description somewhere up bottom. There we go. I don't know. And we'll see where we go from there. Alright, so here we go. Alright. NextX. 2 white kids and a bunch of Chinese? No, it's not Chinese. Korean? I don't know. If anyone wants to tell me what that is, I imagine it probably says NextX Mega Next Creativity. That's a mouthful. Using notes. Please read carefully the safety warnings before using. Only use indoor. So you can only use it in doorways. Store in a dry place. Always turn off the switch when not in use. Not for under 6. Charged by adult or cordless? I don't know, it says charged by adult or under supervision of the adult. Don't put it in your mouth, and don't throw it. So big triangle, medium triangle, small triangle are the 3 shapes I see so far. They're color coded. It's a nice book. It's nice thick paper. And there are the blue squares with an on-off switch. Charging process. It is wireless, like cordless. Like you charge it for half an hour, and it'll light up for 3 to 4 hours. And it requires half an amp, 5 volts, so it could definitely charge by USB. That's awesome. That's really cool. And yeah, that's pretty awesome. So I have a sneaky suspicion it's not going to be able. I'm not going to be able to build the camel and stuff because these blocks are actually much larger than I anticipated. So let's open it up. The box includes a USB cable. All right. And just a normal 3mm jack. Here, I'll get the calipers just in case anyone ever loses this and they want to know. Assuming I can find my calipers, which I can't. Oh, there they are. Yeah, it's a 3mm roughly. 3.4mm, I don't know what that is. But yeah, so 3.4mm, 3.3. Zeroed? Yep, zeroed. Okay. Neat. Hopefully it's got some charge. I kind of want to play with it now. Didn't read the instructions long enough to see if it requires a full charge. So that blue one there, that's definitely the on-off. What? Alright, well that was awesome. So yes, there's a charge in it. That's really cool. That's so neat. I wonder how they handle sudden voltage surges. Like, look at that. That's so cool. So you think when a bunch of LEDs are suddenly removed, you think the other ones would get brighter, but they don't. Yellow is quite bright. So as soon as I touch this, boop. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so I can hear magnets inside each piece. It looks like it definitely binds to each, like, I don't know, every 2 inches or so. So that's kind of neat. So it doesn't, yeah, it's definitely these little semi-holes, little indents where it connects to. That's probably where the magnets are located. And those indents are actually screw holes. So this is actually pretty cool looking. I'm just wondering how robust it is. I'm going to squeeze it and see if I can break it apart, if it's 2-year-old proof. I know they say 6+. Fingerprinty a little bit on the metal, but it's no, is it coated plastic or actual metal? But it's just, I'm a nerd. This thing's pretty cool. So that is the power block, and you can see there's definitely a battery in there and some other wires going on. You can see the shadows inside. And power off, power on, and as soon as you touch it to anything, oh, it shorts out. Now, I wonder if that will cause any issues long term if it does that, or if there's a protection circuit inside. I don't know. That is pretty awesome. So, positive, negative, as soon as it makes a connection, either direction, the LEDs are rectified. So each one of these blocks has to have some sort of smart circuit in it, and yes, I can see it right there. So each block definitely does have a little bit of intelligence inside. It's not just an LED attached to the strips. There's a little bit of logic inside there, which is pretty awesome. And then, yeah, you can see tiny little, I don't know if those are spot welds or, but, oh, there's a hair on that one. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's see this booklet. I can build a cock. And now I'm age restricted. By cock I mean rooster. You can build a house, so let's build the house, because that's the most PG. And I have no idea how that looks like a dancer. Let's just call it an interpretive dancer, because, yeah. Alright, house it is. There we go. And big, medium triangle, and small triangle, and the power block, and the 2 big triangles. And there is the house. What do you think? And ta-da. Not bad. Oh, OCD. There. Now it's just like the picture. The internet can be satisfied. There we go. Cool. And yeah, the rest of the manual is just other things you can do. Got the bag sticky. Okay. A snail. That looks kind of cool. We'll build a snail and then I'll get a little more in-depth in this review. So the magnets are decent. I mean, they're strong enough. You're seeing it. Not perfectly. So you can see I'm having a little bit of. There we go. On its side, it's okay. That's better for the camera anyway. There. That's a snail. Okay, weird. So they show the picture of the snail with it in the middle here, but if you look, it doesn't actually want to stay in the middle. So the magnetic points are there, there, and there. So as soon as I try and put it in the middle, it wants to snap over. So very carefully, there, 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 there we go. So I'm pretty impressed by this thing. It's for the money, it's actually a lot of fun. Some of the designs they give you are a little bit oh, boat. That one looks good. Yeah, so it's kind of neat. I mean, the manual pretty much gives you everything you could possibly build, so you don't require any creativity. And there we go. So that was on the box, and if you get more sets of Tangram, what? Oh yeah, Tangram. What did I call it before? Anyway, Tangram, you can definitely build more interesting things and higher up, and hearts and stars and horseshoes. Oh my! Yeah, developing tomorrow's engineers. I would agree with that. So, speaking of engineering, let's bring out my voltmeter. It's putting out 3.88 volts. So that basically means, I'm guessing there's a lithium-ion battery in here, a small one. Probably something you get like in one of those tiny little drones or helicopters. And I'm assuming 4.2 volts would be fully charged and 3 volts would be completely dead. So that won't even tingle my tongue. So let's try it anyway, because I'm a nerd. Yeah, just tastes a little irony. Very irony. Irony would be if I got actually electrocuted. It's definitely not nearly as bad as a 9-volt battery. I would be pretty confident letting a child play with this. Not saying you should let your child play with this, your 2-year-old child to play with this, but I like the fact that they don't just rely on glue. You can see that the screws go all the way through into the plastic. There's a screw on each side, which is slightly confusing, but I really want to take this apart. So we're going to take it apart. I need a different bit. Try that one. What? Okay, maybe the other side's decorative. Now I was thinking maybe I should turn this off, but explosions get views. I think, and I explode. Gotta remember to stay in the center of the frame. Sorry guys if I've ever gone out. Oh, close. Yeah, the other side's decorative. No wonder why I couldn't get it off. Oh. Lights just flickered. What is going on? Alright, and that is exactly what it is. And funny enough, one of the LEDs in this are burnt out. Why? Oh, did I break it? There's a spring just sitting out in the loose here. Oh, I see. So that's kind of a neat doohickey. So the springs actually go on these metal pins, and they're designed to make contact with the pins on the other side to enable the lights to light up. So if I don't get this back properly, I just broke the whole thing because it's not going to make contact with anything or light up. So, yep, now you can see there's one LED, there's definitely a spot for another, but it's not really needed because that is plenty bright. I'm quite impressed. So, now the question goes, what side LED needs to go in here? So this shows positive is down. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see that, but so I'm going to put positive down on this side, and we'll see if we can't get this to live again. So yeah, just a little lithium-ion battery. It's 350 milliamp, 3.7 volt. It's relatively new, 2017 May 8th, which is impressive, and 350 milliamps. So it's a little bit larger in volume than like your normal mini helicopter drone battery, but it's the same capacity. So if yours ever dies, I would assume you'd have no problem just soldering in a new protected battery. It's definitely protected. It's got a little circuit board up there. which is pretty neat. I'm impressed, actually. It's a relatively elegant way to do things, well designed. I lost screws. Yep. How did I lose screws this quickly? Anyway, let's see if I can piece this back in a way that makes it usable again. Yep. Oh, the other one lit up. Okay. So it's not burnt out. Aha! Because there's magnets. That makes perfect sense. Well, that's convenient. Doubles as a screwdriver tray. Alright, let's, before I screw it all together. Yep. Perfect. Woo! Who says I break everything? Well, you can break it as long as you fix it. Alex's pro tip, I always tighten things up, alternating, like a star pattern, like your tires or something like electronics to hard drives I'm trying to recover data from. If you tighten up both on one side, you'll actually torque it and you can warp whatever you're working on. With sensitive things, I would definitely just get them close to snug. I like just starting to resist and then actually go around in a star pattern for however many screws or bolts there are. So that's what I'm doing here. And on this one it doesn't really matter. Alright, boom, didn't blow up, still works. Yeah. What is this now? It's a fish. I want a fish. There we go. The fish. I have creativity. Let's do the big one on top. Ah, fishy. What do you guys think? I like it. It's elegant. Let's see how much I paid for this. Alright, well I'll put the amount I paid in the description right here, and a link to the Amazon page. I don't have an affiliate code yet because this channel is a little too young. But if I ever do, I'll update the description with my affiliate code, and you can help support the channel and me and my wife and my kids' education fund. So, yeah, if you enjoyed this review, leave a thumbs up, and I can continue to buy toys and knickknacks and review them. And if you found this useful and you're watching this on Amazon, then don't forget to leave a helpful vote as well. I just get kicks out of reviewing things. I'm an Amazon Vine reviewer. I don't get any money or anything. I just give my honest opinion on things, and sometimes I take things apart because I like to do that, and especially when I didn't, you know, with Amazon Vine when I didn't pay for it, but on this one, this was a risk, but I thought half of the fun would be taking it apart. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you found this really useful. Have a good one.